Hello again, it is the CCG Collector, back with some more Middle-earth, the White Hand booster packs to open. I'll get right into it this time. I won't have an overly long intro like the last time, though I do think it was a good introduction. I feel that there's a lot of good content, but instead of good content, let's have some good cards, right? Let us take a look at what's inside pack number 1. Now, for those of you who don't know, the ordering of the packs are 4 uncommons, 2 rares, 1 set expansion guide, and oh, that is a nice looking card, nice looking artwork, and then 6 commons afterward. So we'll start with Truths of Doom. Well, general influence is increased by 6 points. Wow. Squire of the Hunt, the Grey Hat, Fool's Bane, Saruman's Machinery is one of our rares, and Mask Torn is the other. So what do these do? This one says Saruman specific. Playable if you are Saruman or on your protected Isengard or you're protected the White Towers. 1 technology item is playable at the site during your site phase, whether the site is tapped or untapped. Discard when the site is discarded or return to your location deck. Okay. So I'm guessing it lets you play technology cards that you wouldn't otherwise be able to, or rather at places that you might not be able to. Mask Torn. Oh, this is a hazard. Fallen Wizards may not bring characters with more than 4 mind into play. If they have more than 9 stage points, they may not bring characters with more than 3 mind into play. So stage points are gained when you play cards like these, and they represent how much your Fallen Wizard, because that is what the White Hand is about. The Wizards was of course about the 5 wizards doing what they were supposed to do. The White Hand is about the 5 wizards straying from that path. And these stage points right here represent how far they've strayed. So good cards come with a lot of stage points, and then cards like these can take advantage of that and put some hurt on you. So you're playing with fire, as you always are, when you try to play both sides of the field. Here is Fallen Alatar. Blind to all else. Foul Tooth Unsheathed. So this one says your ring items are each worth full marshalling points. I'm guessing that's to counter certain cards that say if you have X number of stage points, another Fallen Wizard, these items are worth 0 marshalling points or are worth 1. Fallen Gandalf, Blind to the West, and Noble Steed. Now I've noticed in opening these, I've only opened 7 packs so far, but they don't seem to have a lot of randomness sometimes in how the cards are distributed. Like in the last booster opening video I did for this, there were 2 packs in a row with the same 4 uncommons in the same order. So that was disappointing, as you might expect. Ooh, Radagast's Black Bird. And then the rares are Poison... Oh, sorry, that's still uncommon. Okay. The first rare is Inner Rot, which I've gotten already. It's got a lot of text, so I'll hold that there so that you speed readers can see it. And the second one is Earth Eater. Technology. So this is one of those technology cards I had mentioned in the last pack. Playable during the site phase if one of your companies enters the Deep Mine site and you have more Delver's Harvest cards in play than you have Earth Eater cards. Okay. Tap Earth Eater to take a minion, non-unique weapon, armor, shield, helmet, major item from your sideboard or discard pile into your hand. Oh, that's pretty slick. Okay. Another one of these. Thrall of the Voice. Plotting Ruin. Ill-favored Fellow. Lair of the East. Sly Southerner. And Crept Along Cleverly. So it's interesting, when I think about this set, my immediate thought is, I mentioned in the last video, the last booster opening video, that for whatever reason, the White Hand is easier to come by and not as expensive as some of the other sets, most notably Against the Shadow, which preceded it, but has the same sort of card distribution and all that. And I theorized that it was because, maybe this is a set that, okay, I've seen both of these before. I'll hold them up while I talk in case you guys want to read them. And I theorized it was because maybe this was a concept that was sort of foreign to players, that it makes sense when you're playing the good guys and not, or even playing the bad guys, but now you're kind of in the middle. We've only been exposed to one wizard that did that, and that was Saruman, of course. But then I thought about it afterward, and the funny thing is, this is some excellent artwork. One by Quentin Hoover, and then just a really cool looking one. Panoply of Wings. One thing I like about this game is that, and maybe it does this because it uses a lot of phrasing from the source material from the Lord of the Rings books. It has a lot of, it has a lot of words that you would not really see anywhere else, but they are the right words for what you're talking about. And that was the wording and the phrasing. I really noticed that in Against the Shadow. Anyway, what I was saying was that it seems weird that, you're used to playing either the heroes or the minions, and this is sort of a more foreign concept, having the fallen wizards. But then it occurred to me, well, if you think about it, the only wizard who didn't fall, from what we know, and didn't stray from his path, was Gandalf. The two besides him that we see in the movies, or at least hear about in the books, are Radagast and Saruman, and those both strayed from their path. Saruman most obviously, and Radagast just by sort of returning to nature and no longer trying to fight Sauron directly. Whoa. I just like the artwork on these, and I love this green color. I don't know what it is about the green color, but I love it. It's really nice. This set just makes me feel good to look at. Like, I don't know what it is. It just has the right kind of colors or the right kind of feel to it. I don't know. But getting back to what I was saying, once I get through these rares here, Whole Village is Roused, which is playable on a hero border hold or freehold. Site has the automatic attacks indicated on the corresponding minion site card, detainment against hero companies, but with +4 prowess. That's interesting. Alternatively, playable on a minion shadow hold or dark hold, it has the automatic attacks indicated on the corresponding hero site card. So if you have... That's interesting. I'd have to see because the first set, as I kind of talked about, the first set and its two expansions, the Wizards, Dragons, Dark Minions, all were on the hero side of things, and you had hero sites. Then in the Lidless Eye, which is the next full set, and Against the Shadow, its expansion, now you had minion sites, the evil equivalent of the hero ones. And they'd have different... Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so like, for example, if you have a minion site, like... if you have a hero site, like, this is just an example, off the top of my head, I don't know if it's accurate or not, but like Bag End, for example. There's nothing wrong with that card if it's a hero site, because it's it's the Shire, it's hobbits, what are you going to do? But it's possible, I don't know, but maybe the minion version of Bag End has, automatic attacks, hobbits, 2 attacks at 3 prowess each, I don't know, but I'm guessing that this kind of thing makes it so that if you are going to a site that you would ordinarily be free from attacks and you would just get a faction or an ally there, you still get attacked by your own side. Detainment, of course, which means it causes you to tap instead of wound, but you still get attacked instead of just getting a free pass at it. So that's kind of cool. And a new Ring Lord. I believe this is one of the more sought-after cards in the set. Of course, it is a rare. Playable on your Fallen Wizard if he has the One Ring. If he has the One Ring, at one of your Wizard Havens. Only one new Ring Lord may be played in a given turn. Make a roll. If he's bearing the One Ring, where information is playable. Add 1 for each new Ring Lord you have in play, so up to 3, because you can only have a maximum of 3 cards of each name in your deck. If the result is greater than 9, you win the game. Wow, that's cool. So now everyone has a way to win the game with the One Ring. If it's a hero company, you do it by tossing the ring into the Cracks of Doom, either with Gollum's Fate or Cracks of Doom. If you're in the minions, I'm sure there's a way. Here, of course, the wizard takes it. And in the Balrog, there's a card called Challenge the Power, which has the Balrog put on the One Ring. That's cool, though. Anyway, getting back to the point I was trying to make 3 packs ago. Yeah, I just love this artwork. I love the cards. Just, I don't know what it is, but something about the green border and the artwork within the green border just all flows together to make it a really pleasant visual experience for me. I can't say more than that. It just makes me feel good to look at. So I like this set a lot. Ooh, Isengard, a Wizard Haven. Okay, what I was saying 2 or 3 packs ago, maybe 4 packs ago now. I think of the hero way of playing as the right way to play, and it seems foreign that you can do a fallen wizard, but when you think about it, Gandalf is the only wizard that didn't fall. Saruman obviously did, Radagast more implicitly did, and it's assumed that Alatar and Palando, the 2 blue wizards that possibly, if my lore is correct, entered Middle-earth many years before, possibly an age before, I don't know how that all works, before the other 3 did, and passed out of Middle-earth during that time as well. Obviously, they are no longer contributing to the cause by the time the events of the Lord of the Rings come around. So, they must also have failed on their quest. So, really, every wizard, according to the lore of the Lord of the Rings, is a fallen wizard except for Gandalf. And he actually is the other way around. He is a, there's got to be a better word for it, but I'll say a promoted wizard, you know. He went from gray to white. He took Saruman's place, I suppose. Alright, Fortress of Isen. Master of Shapes, half orcs, vile fumes, rolled down to the sea. This is another one that I feel I had made note of as being a valuable card. Unique, opponent must discard a ring from his hand or from one of his companies if available. If no rings are available as such, he must reveal his hand to you. Wow. Just, that's it. You know, roll down to sea. You have the 1 ring, now you don't. Bummer. And Prophet of Doom. I don't know if that's good or not, but it sure sounds cool. Palando specific. One of those 2 blue wizards I was talking about. Playable if you are Palando and have at least 12 stage points and 5 factions in play. How do you have 5 factions in play without winning the game already? Palando need not be at the appropriate site or make an influence attempt on an opponent's resource or character. So in more advanced rules, you can influence your opponent's items and all that away from them. Such an influence check is modified by half of its unused general influence. Discard if you have fewer than faction. So it just looks like as long as he's strayed pretty far from the path with 12 stage points and he has a lot of followers, he's a lot better at taking stuff from your opponent. So that's cool. Sly Southerner, Echoes of Song, Great Patron, Radagast and Palando. There's Palando. Oh my goodness. Quentin Hoover, you are just remarkable. Your artwork is so good. Wow. And then Ire of the East. And I hope the camera is picking up. Wow, that's another one of those that I really liked. I hope the camera is picking up very clearly this artwork because it is well worth seeing. Delver's Harvest. Okay, so this is one of the cards that another one of those referred to. I don't remember which one. Playable during the site phase if one of your companies enters the Deep Mine site. So it's basically just a free marshalling point when you play it, it looks like. Palando's Hood. Hey, there's our man Quentin again. Wow. Tap it. Take Gifts of Given, Wizard's Voice, Eye of Mondos. And The Fortress of Isen by Ted Naismith. He along with John Howe are the 2 that I really, and Alan something or other, I want to say, are the 3, okay, the 2.5 that I really remember as having really striking and memorable Middle-earth artwork. Probably very influential in the visuals in the movies as well. Because, I mean, that's clearly Orthanc, you know, that's what it looked like in the movie, in the film. Ooh. Now, are these rares? They sure are. The White Wizard. Playable on a wizard with Sacrifice of Form, which is a resource event in the Wizards base set. +2 to his direct influence, +1 to all of his corruption checks. Wow. Oh, and so that I was talking about Gandalf being raised up. And here's the card that represents that. And a Winged Changemaster. I got this in the last set of 6, but hey, maybe it's a good card. Oh yeah, so Radagast, being of the wild, he has all these different shapeshifter kind of cards, and as well as I can understand, you basically put these cards on top of him, and it changes up his attributes and his abilities and his prowess and all that, because if we look, hey, there he is, okay, I'll get to that in a bit then. In the Grip of Ambition, very cool looking card. Great Patron. Mechanical Bow, weapon technology. Yeah, so if you look at the card, Radagast has 22 influence, 22 mind, 5 influence, and 6 prowess, 9 body, whereas here he has less mind, more influence, less body, or less prowess in the same body. So I do think it just puts on, goes on top of him. Oh, shoot. Okay, here we go. Boop, boop. Okay, I'm going to take a second to really appreciate this artwork here. Hopefully the camera is really picking this up. That is really something. The White Towers by John Howe and Echoes of the Song. So that's it. That is the White Hand, our second booster opening video. Here are our rares. Oh, 2 Earth Eaters, neat. Whole village is roused. Actually, I think I knew that. A new Ringlord, Rolled Down to the Sea, Prophet of Doom, White Wizard, Winged Changemaster. Very cool, very cool. Alright, well, I am the CCG Collector. Thank you all for watching. Hope you had as great of a time as I did, and I will see you next time.